Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Freshandfit Podcast, man. We are here with Zuby.
What's up?
In the
building. First time into Miami.
We got a lit interview for you guys. Let's get into it.
We are back.
Hey, what's up, guys? We got one more edit that we got to do for that intro. Hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna add in some more B-roll. Actually, no, we'll put Zuby in the B-roll. Actually, now that he's here, we got some footage. So
legendary.
Yeah, guys, welcome to Freshandfit Podcast, man. The regular day show. For you guys that don't know, we do have two types of shows. We got the nighttime show after hours with the ladies, and then we got the daytime shows.
One-on-ones.
One-on-one interviews, Money Mondays, Wednesday, Womanizer Wednesdays, and then reaction type
Trending
stuff
topics
on Friday. And and then in between, if we get a special guest in the house, we obviously, do a special interview. So, and this is definitely a special one. A lot of you guys have requested Zuby. So he's here, man. So quick announcements before we get right into the interview. Guys, patreon.com/freshfit. If you guys want to see all the Frank Castles behind the scenes, like me kicking out those two annoying bimbos yesterday, a.k.a. Mackay Pfeiffer and fucking Dennis Rodman in the house. Yo, someone in the chat said she looked like Lil Durk's mom. I was the chick with the dreads.
Whoopi Goldberg.
So if you guys want to see the behind the scenes of that, watch Chris turn up on some two ratchet chicks. It was hilarious.
Bro.
Patreon.com/freshfit. Also, guys, we have a weekly Zoom call in there. We talk about real estate investing. For you guys that don't know, me and Fresh are, real estate investors. I'm about to close on my 4th and 5th property here in the next few weeks, pulling some strings behind the scenes. I'm going to definitely do a podcast on that for you guys, how I found the deals, cash on cash returns, all that. We're also into crypto. We're investing in Ethereum and Bitcoin. And also, we talk to you guys about how to get in shape,
credit
how to
scores,
become more attractive, get your credit up, basically just become an all-around better male, because we tell you guys to get better for yourself, not get better for the chicks, okay? Because when you get better for yourself, you don't tolerate the BS that comes with the chicks.
Exactly.
Also, we're on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts, every single platform you listen to podcasts. Just make sure you wear headphones, especially for this interview. It's going to be really based, because you will lose your job. And we have two supporters that reached out to us and said, hey, I was listening to you guys in a lift. Someone reporting for sexism with the passenger. I was working in the
might get fired,
bro. And he was listening to our shield out headphones, and they're like, hey, you're fired because you listen to misogynists. I was like, bruh, guys, we live in dangerous times.
Wow.
And by the way, shout out to you guys for listening to on Spotify and Apple and stuff like that, because we've been hitting about 10K viewers on each upload.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
Numbers going up.
Guys. It's
That's
going
lit,
up.
man. That's lit. So if you guys can't catch us on YouTube, or you want to listen to us in your car, check us out on Spotify and Google. We put the audio version, which is actually a little bit higher quality. So check us
all
out
you truckers out there, when you're driving a truck, put on Spotify, man.
Absolutely, man.
Frank Castle audio.
Yeah, seriously. Get the fuck out. Also, guys, merch, freshfitpodcaststore.com, where you guys get the t-shirts, hoodies, for example, shirts, the I Feel Like shirts, which you guys hear every single time we bring these chicks on.
But I feel like.
Oh my God. For example, shirts, everything is there. Ninja Watchers, check us out over there. Also, guys, Fresh, you want to talk about your vlog channel?
Yeah, guys, so behind the scenes of my life, Myron's life, Trey's life, and Chris's life as well. You get to know us a little bit better. Get to see the girls as well behind the scenes, and our dates and travel, all in the vlog channel. Check it out. Almost 50K subs. Go sub to that channel.
You guys get to see the behind the scenes of why we always start late. Yeah, live streaming podcast is not easy.
Not easy.
And then also, guys, check it out. Check us out on twitch.tv/freshfitpodcast.
Better quality.
Better quality's there. Trey actually manages that chat. He's going to be in there, typing it up with you guys, getting hype trains, all that stuff. So Trey's in the house.
And if you're lucky, he may rate your channel as well.
Facts. Exactly. And then also, guys, for content ideas that you have that you want us to discuss,
DM Trey Talk Sports.
DM Trey Talk Sports, and we pick the best ones. And then if we do pick your topic to react to, we'll shout you out in the description box. And then follow us on Instagram, guys, Freshfit Podcast. And also, guys, do me a favor. I'm almost at 10K on my personal account. It's Unplug Fit with 3 T's.
Chris, can you pull up real quick, man?
I'm like 400 away, guys. This is the 3rd Instagram account I had to make because of haters, bro.
Guys,
so,
3 of them.
So if you're watching right now, go to Myron's channel, right, on Instagram. Support him. Follow him on his Instagram channel. If you're watching it after the replay, pause the video, go to Instagram, follow Myron.
Unplug Fit with 3 T's, guys. Chris is going to pull it up right here.
Almost there.
Help me get to 10K, guys.
Almost there, guys.
But yeah, I post some pictures with girls.
Oh,
and stuff.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, trying to DHV and shit.
Do me
I ain't gonna cap. Like, this is just to get host.
hold on. Do me
Yeah.
one more favor, Chris. Go to Zuby's Instagram as well.
Yes.
He's almost at 200K, man.
He's right there, second one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Boom, there you go.
Zuby music. Yeah.
Guys, help him get to 200K. He's almost there.
Yep.
There you go. Bam.
Yep.
Go support our boy.
Oh shit, we weren't following him on our shit. Okay, damn,
Nah.
I feel like an asshole now. Okay.
No, we are though.
Yeah, now we are. Okay, damn. Okay, that's good. Because I mean that account is new anyway. But yeah, guys. So check us out on Freshandfit Podcast.
Someone said it's Benjamin. No, Zuby, I loved you. No. Hey man, we're controversial, man.
Hey, yeah, man. We are the modern day Howard Stern, guys. So and then last but not least, guys, for the girls that want to come on the show, DM Karen C. Pogson on Instagram. If you have a husband or a boyfriend, bring his ass with you because we don't want to deal with no BS. But let's get into the interview. Zuby, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Happy to be here, bro. Happy to be here, man. I love seeing what you guys are doing. It's been beautiful to watch it over the past year and a half, seeing those numbers going up, seeing it grow, seeing you guys going viral. So from me to you, massive respect.
Thank you for coming on, man.
And this is your first time in Miami, right?
First time in Miami. Yeah, first couple hours. Just got here. I've been in Orlando for the last few days. Before that, I was in Houston, and I'm going to be in the States for 3 months. I'm going to like 10 different states or so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You're going to do like a U.S. tour?
Something like that. So I'm going to be on JRE next week.
Yes.
So,
Joe Rogan, man.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah. So, Miami, and then I'm going to Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth, Maine, New York, DC, Maui, Los Angeles,
going everywhere.
San
Doing
Diego,
a tour.
going
like
all
it.
around.
Smart
going
guy.
all around.
So for the
Smart.
people that don't know, we know who you are, obviously. Can you tell the people who you are, what you do, where you're from, and a basic intro to Zuby?
What?
Yeah, sure thing.
Well, actually, man.
Okay.
Me and Zuby have something in common.
What?
Nigerians.
Yeah, man. Igbo.
I'm not just kidding. They call me Nigerian, but sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm Zuby. I'm an independent rapper, author. I host my own podcast, Real Talk with Zuby. Wrote my first fitness book, Strong Advice, back in 2019. I'm also known as a sort of social commentator. I talk about a lot of different things, socio-political issues, stuff going on in the culture. And so a lot of people know me for different things. A lot of people discovered me off a video I had go viral back in 2019, where I identified as a woman and broke the British women's deadlift and bench press records, which is still, if you Google UK deadlift record, UK women's deadlift record, see what comes up.
Hold on, you know what? Real quick, Chris, can you pull that video real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, no, it's
All right, send it to me.
yeah, that was hilarious. I seen that video. And a lot of people know you for that because it just goes to show like the asinine concept of I identify as this, and then let me just like, you know what I'm saying?
Take it.
So for the people, because I know people ask all the time. So you live in the UK, right? That's like your permanent place. Are you in London or where you at?
I don't know if I live in the UK anymore, man. I consider myself a new age global nomad now.
Okay, so you go everywhere.
The UK's. I'm disillusioned with my country, man.
Yeah,
I'm disillusioned. Yeah, so
a lot of people complain.
But yeah, I've been based in the UK in the South Coast, but I was born in England, grew up in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
When I was there, I actually went to an American/international school for several years.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is why my accent doesn't sound
British. Doesn't
British.
sound British at all.
And then my family background's originally from Nigeria, so a little bit of a mix.
Okay, so do you have dual citizenship, or are you British citizen?
British and Nigerian.
British and Nigerian.
British and
Okay,
Nigerian,
cool,
yeah.
cool. No, that's awesome. I hit the super chats real quick.
All right.
sure.
So Shake and Bake, $20. Yo, Zuby, that Twitter string you did on July 5th on what we learned during the pandemic was effing gold. Appreciate your common sense and awareness of the immense incompetence we are living with. Okay, we can revisit that.
Appreciate it.
Biogen X2B, Fresh and Fit fortified a space in male discussion I've been waiting 10 years for. Appreciate the work, fellas. Zuby's a real one, opening hearts and minds daily, working to better the human race with reason. Absolutely. And then Josh Smith, keep killing it, guys. You're saving lives. Shout out to Zuby. He's the man. Yep.
Thanks.
And then Isaac Landis. Hey, guys, it's been a little bit since I super chat. Been digging the hard work, guys. I also got the same shirt as Fresh and Fit t-shirt. Okay, thank you so much, man, for supporting. Yo, put it, guys. If you buy the merch, tag us in your Instagram. Type in Fresh Fit Podcast, and we will repost you with the merch. Z, 20 hours. Wow, congratulations. You guys are growing up so quick. Last time I checked, you guys were at 30K, and now you're nearly at 500K. They grow up so quick. Yep, thank you so much. And then Gear, $10 Canadian. Phillion's channel took a huge nosedive after his embarrassing Noel Dizzle video, which got 52 dislikes. He's made another alpha male video showing he doesn't date women at all in his mom's attic. Yo, real talk,
wow.
Bro, like how the mighty have fallen.
Stupid. Damn.
Because I'll tell you this, Playback, Phillion, even Curtis Connor's pussy ass, all those guys made videos about us talking smack, and we're about to surpass all those guys.
Yep.
We already get more views than them, and we have less subs. So
that's crazy.
Listen, man, men lie, women lie, numbers fucking don't. People have been waiting for the truth. They're tired of getting the wool pulled over their eyes. I've said it before. Men are finally waking up, and we're the fucking alarm clock to these fucking retards like Phillion and Curtis Conner. Like, oh yeah, let's be politically correct and let's appease to the female narrative and all this other shit. Fuck that shit. We're here to give you guys the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Juan Rodriguez, $5. Much love from San Antonio, Texas. Shout out to San Antonio, one of my favorite cities, actually, guys. Listening while trucking on the road. Thank you for being the voice for us when we'll get canceled but quick. Thank you very much. I'm blind.
There we go. Shout out to Rebel Mike in the house.
P. Willie, RP Mike in the house. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You've been gone.
Welcome, man.
And then that's it.
Yeah, we good.
Okay.
Oh, Chris, I seen the video as well, just so they could see it real quick. On,
and guys, $10 enough from here on out.
While we pull that up, Zuby, can you aware them about that Twitter conversation from July 5th, as far as like bringing reason back?
Yeah, sure. So I had a tweet thread go viral. It got over 10 million views just on Twitter alone, where I wrote 20 things I've learned or had confirmed about humanity during the pandemic. So it was just a string of various sort of psychological, social observations I've made.
Can you tell us some?
Yeah, sure. The very first one was most people would rather be in the majority than be right. That was the very first one. You know what? I feel like let me pull it out myself because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to give you a piece of paper if you wanted.
Yeah, no. Let me pull this up. I actually I gave 2 speeches last week about it. I spoke at the Young America's Foundation, which is like the biggest youth student conservative organization here in the U.S., and then I spoke at Young Americans for Liberty as well.
While you pull that up, I'll say this: some things that I noticed just from my personal observations was I realized that a lot of people are scared to go against the narrative, man. They're scared to shake the boat. They're scared to challenge people on their views. I can't tell you guys how many times like I've been in an elevator or I've been in a situation where someone comes up to me and says, "You don't have a mask," and I'm just like, "Fuck you, no, I'm not putting it on." Like I don't like if you ask politely, that's one thing, but if you're gonna be an asshole about it, now I'm just gonna defy you. What are you gonna do about it? And then they're like, okay, well, you're a jerk, and it's like, bro, it ain't even gonna protect you like that. If I coughed on you now, even if you had a mask on, you're still gonna get sick.
Do you know what's happened in the past year and a half? Is it's given a lot of people an excuse and an alibi to be jerks.
Yeah.
Right now, you can be a jerk and still claim you're being a good person, right? Go around telling people what to do, what to wear, how to live their life, what to inject into their freaking body, and you're
under
now
the veil of safety.
Exactly. And now you're the good person and you can claim points off it. So that actually leads into the second point. The second point was at least 20% of the population has strong authoritarian tendencies, which will emerge under the right conditions. Number 3, fear of death is rivaled only by the fear of social disapproval. In fact, the second could be latter. The latter one could be stronger. Number 4, propaganda is just as effective in the modern day as it was 100 years ago. Access to limitless information hasn't made the average person any wiser. Number 5, anything and everything that will be politicized by the media, the government, and people who trust them. Number 6, many politicians and large corporations will gladly sacrifice human lives if it's conducive to their political and financial aspirations. Number 7, most people believe the government acts in their best interests, even many people who are vocal critics of the government. 8, once people have made up their mind, most would rather commit to being wrong rather than admit they were wrong. Big one.
Women.
That's a huge one, man.
Big one.
That's a huge one.
Do you want me to go through them all?
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
Please. This is
yeah,
excellent.
sure.
It's fired.
Number 9, humans can be trained and conditioned quickly and relatively easily to significantly alter their behaviors for better or for worse. Number 10, when sufficiently frightened, most people will not only accept authoritarianism, but will demand it. Number 11, people who are dismissed as conspiracy theorists are often well-researched and simply ahead of the mainstream narrative.
Facts, man. Right, Chris?
Yeah, it's been a good year for the conspiracy theorists.
People could talk smack about, Alex Jones, but he's predicted a lot of things that came true, bro. People talk smack. Oh, we got to get up the platform.
Oh, he's crazy.
There's a reason why anytime he goes on someone's platform, it's an automatic million views, regardless of that person's, channel size. So
he understands the agenda being pushed here.
Yeah, so he has predicted some things correctly. So
Spoiler alert, it's not conspiracy theories. Number 12, most people value safety and security more than freedom and liberty, even if the said safety is merely an illusion.
Bro, that is, I always say it. You cannot have the utmost liberty while having the utmost security. One must be compromised to some degree, but they cannot coexist in the highest form. That's so true.
Number 13, hedonic adaptation occurs in both directions. And once inertia sets in, it's difficult to get people back to normal. That's why people are still clinging onto their masks. They're still clinging onto their, they're wandering around outside with them on. It's this comfort blanket. They don't want to get rid of it. Number 14, a significant percentage of people thoroughly enjoy being subjugated.
Yeah,
People like it.
You know, scary when they demand it.
Yes.
Like it's kind of like, okay, your freedom
Mhm.
is priceless.
Mhm.
You're giving it away for
They
free.
don't want it.
It's like
And
that's
they want to
crazy
take
to me.
yours.
That's
Yeah.
crazy,
It's
man.
it's wild. Yeah, like people used to fight for freedom. Now they fight to be subjugated. Number 15, the science has evolved into a secular pseudo-religion for millions of people in the West. The religion has nothing to do with science itself. You've been hearing, trust the experts, follow the science. People are doing the most anti-scientific nonsense. You wear a mask to walk in a restaurant, you sit down, you take it off. People are doing this all around the world, wandering around outside with masks on when they're not even sick, believing you can transmit viruses you don't have.
Yeah.
None of this has to do with science. It's all nonsense. Number 16, most people care more about looking like they're doing the right thing rather than actually doing the right thing. 17.
Instagram.
Social media.
Number 17, politics, the media, science, and the healthcare industries are all corrupt to varying degrees. Scientists and doctors can be bought just as easily as politicians.
If people knew how much money the pharmaceutical companies make, they would think twice about taking medicine.
Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to food pyramid and all that. I mean, you used to have doctors being used to promote cigarettes and to promote like heroin as a painkiller, etc. So,
Monsanto.
Very true.
Number 18, if you make people comfortable enough, they will not revolt. You can keep millions of people docile as you strip their rights by giving them money, food, and entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Bread and circuses. Number 19, modern people are overly complacent and lack vigilance when it comes to defending their own freedoms from government overreach. Big one. Number 20, it's easier to fool a person than to convince them they've been fooled.
There you go,
Yo,
man.
Zuby is woke.
Damn, son.
Yo,
Where'd you find
Man, he's
that?
woke.
That was
Yeah.
straight fire.
Nah, that's fucking lit, man.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Anything else, Chris, or we can?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, real quick, Dean, good motes. You guys are amazing. You keep at it for real. Okay,
You
keep
keep it
at
real
for all. You keep it real
for
for
all
all
of us,
of us guys. Much love and fan base from the 716.
Thank you.
And then Ben Walker.
Love you guys. If you ever need to bolster arguments regarding sex differences and hypergamy, cite evolutionary scientist God Saad.
God's out. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Arguments are similar to yours and has academic clout to shut up the left feminist rhetoric. Okay.
All right,
There you
I
go.
appreciate that, man. So,
we got a video here as well.
okay, let's pull it up real fast.
yeah?
And we got Rolo here in the studio as well.
Okay, shout out to Rolo
Rolo
Tomasi,
Tomasi
just
in the
walked in.
studio. So Zuby, can you explain this experiment here you did?
Yeah, sure. So this is a video of me deadlifting 230 kilos, well below my max, but significantly higher than
For the Americans in here that can't convert kilograms to
Ooh,
pounds,
what's that?
It's about 2.2, guys. So
Yeah,
take
520-ish, something
yeah,
like
I'll
that.
do the math. Real fast. It was 260, you said, right?
No, that's 230 there.
230
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've pulled 275, but this video is 230.
It's 506 pounds.
Okay,
guys,
there we
for the
go.
Americans in the chat.
Yeah. So I keep hearing about how this from 2019. This is a video that went super viral, put
4
me on a
million
lot of
views.
people's radar. So I keep hearing about how biological men have no strength advantage over women in 2019. So watch me destroy the British women's deadlift record without trying. P.S. I identified as a woman whilst lifting the weight. Don't be a bigot. So this video went internationally viral, put me on the radar of all sorts of people all over the world. And to this day, I believe I'm still the British women's deadlift and bench press record holder.
That's fire, man. My man said, yo, I'm identifying as a woman.
Wait, hold on.
Those are the rules, right?
And then changed back the moment it ended.
Yeah. And it's just hilarious, man, when you actually because for some of you guys that watch our nighttime show, a lot of the times I have to use a female perspective when I give analogies for them to understand how asinine their concepts are. You know, like, oh, I'm conditionally feminine for the right guy. Then I'm like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna wear a dress and heels until you can prove to me that you're feminine. And then when I say it like that, they're like, what? And I'm like, exactly. That is your logic. It's extremely asinine, but it's okay for women to live in a Disney fairy tale and have these unrealistic expectations of men. But if men have these expectations, it's considered discrimination, whereas what they want is considered preferences.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And this is a perfect example of that too. Use their own logic back on them. And they're like, oh, wait.
You can't do that.
This ain't fair.
Dude, I mean, it was a checkmate move, because either you have to accept that I am actually the British women's deadlift record holder, or you have to go, nah, you're a dude, right? And if you do the latter, then you're transphobic by your own definition. Because
Exactly.
you've been lecturing us for many years saying a woman is anybody who identifies as a woman. So if I identify as a woman and they reject that, then they're now transphobic.
Yeah.
So pick one.
You can't
Perfect.
You can't tell me I'm not a woman if I say so, right?
Those are the rules, right?
Who are you to judge me? How dare you?
Exactly. Live your truth, man.
So going back to just to see how Zuby evolved. So growing up, so you lived in Saudi Arabia. What was that like growing up as an American? As a British person going to an American school in Saudi Arabia?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool. Saudi Arabia is one of those countries where people have like really weird perceptions about.
Of course.
And so of course I was there as an expat, living primarily in an expat community. So lots of people from the UK, America, Canada, South America, Asia, all over the world, Middle East. So from day one, I've just been surrounded by true diversity, people from all over the place, which is why some of the conversations that sort of go on currently in society about, like, I don't know, race and all that stuff, I find very bizarre, because I grew up and like no one cared about any of that.
It's only when you come to the United States that it becomes a real issue.
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah. Even here, I think it's largely propagated by the media and by bad actors, right? In the real world, most people don't really care. Maybe some people do, but
It's a victim mindset.
Whatever. Yeah, people are like whatever, but the media is always trying to segregate and set people against each other. But yeah, Saudi was cool, man. Really, obviously, extraordinarily hot. Very.
Do you speak Arabic too?
Unfortunately, not, because I went to an American school there. They didn't teach it.
Okay.
They didn't teach it, which is annoying, because had my life been very slightly different, I'd actually be naturally fluent in 3 languages.
Yeah.
But it's just English. I can speak some French and Spanish when I polish it up, but unfortunately I can't speak Arabic, which is a shame.
What did your parents do that had you in Saudi Arabia in your youth?
Yeah, so my dad's a medical doctor.
Okay.
So he worked for a big oil company.
A Nigerian doctor? Shocking.
Never heard of those. Yeah. When I was a kid, a lot of people thought I was going to end up being a doctor, and I took a weird path. So yeah, I mean, how do you describe Saudi? It's just different, man. It's different. It's hard to kind of know where to begin. You've got like the big differences, and you've got things that to someone who's in the West sort of might surprise them. Like, people obviously know, okay, alcohol is illegal. And
how is dating over there?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know is the answer, because like I never dated while I was there. I went to boarding school when I was 11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I went to boarding school from the age of 11 in the UK. So I was back and forth between the 2 countries after 5th grade.
Okay.
So I shifted from the American system to the British system. And then all through my time in university, I still lived in Saudi. But again, I was back and forth between the 2 countries. During term time, I was in the UK. In the vacations, I was back in Saudi.
Okay, because I thought you were like going to school and living in Saudi. So actually, so you were just going back and forth. So much of your adolescence, and formation into a man was actually in the UK when it came to school, but you would come home to Saudi Arabia.
That's right. Yeah. So I was in school in Saudi from kindergarten to 5th grade.
Okay.
And then after 5th grade, I went to the UK.
You went to the UK schooling system. Okay, interesting.
What got you into making content?
So I started as a rapper. So when I went to Oxford University, that breeding ground of rappers, as you know. And when I was there, like, I'd been a hip hop fan for a while. I really got into it in boarding school, just listening to all these different artists and everything. But I'd never tried creating my own stuff. And then
some of the artists you got inspiration from? Your top 5.
Nas, Jay-Z, Eminem, Tech 9, Tupac. Maybe that's the top 5.
Okay. That's a very safe top 5.
Any UK rappers or no?
Yeah, I mean, the first UK rappers I really got into actually were Sway and Kano.
Okay.
Those were like
Kano's
the first
fire.
2. Yeah, those were the first 2 rappers in the UK where I'd heard some before that, but I didn't really vibe with it, because I was like too familiar with the American stuff.
Gotcha.
And even with guys like Dizzy Rascal, I'd hear it, and it was too different.
Yeah.
Right. It was too different for me. But then I heard Kano, I heard Sway. I was like, okay, like this is somewhere in the middle. And then, nowadays, like, there's tons more British artists I listen to, but those were the first 2 I got into. But yeah, when I was in my first year of uni, I just I started rapping as a hobby, just doing it for fun. And then one of my friends had a little. That
sounded so weird.
Uni.
You have an American accent, but saying the term
uni.
"usy."
Yeah,
that's like an Australian /
honestly,
Australian British. Every English-speaking country uses uni except for the United States.
Yeah,
so
you guys say college.
Real talk. I would not know he's from the UK. How he speaks.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. It's interesting. I think also when I talk to Americans, like I sort of code switch, right? So if I'm speaking to British people, I'll use slightly different words.
Yeah.
And I think my accent even changes very slightly.
Yeah.
And then when I'm in the States, it becomes even more Americanized.
That's the first time I've heard someone use the term uni without some kind of accent. Because Canadians use it too, but you can tell a Canadian is Canadian by the way they speak too.
Yeah.
So sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all good, man. And then after I'd been rapping 10 months, I released my first album Commercial
Okay.
Underground. I put it out. It was like a short album, 7-song album.
Independent.
Yeah, and everything I've done so far is independent. And
That's the way to go.
And
yeah,
you don't curse in your songs at all, man.
no, I don't curse in real life, and I don't curse in my music.
Damn.
If I cursed in my music, that would be super fake because I don't cuss in real life. So that would be like I'm suddenly going in the studio and using all these expletives that don't normally come out my mouth.
Yeah.
So now from the beginning, I was like, look, I'm just going to keep it truly real, truly authentic. I'm not going to pretend like, I mean, dude, I went to Oxford. I went to boarding school. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I was out there in the streets, man, slanging that crack. I'm trying to get my mom out the hood. It's like, dude, my dad's a doctor. Like I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I've had a nice life. Like I'm not even going to front.
Yeah.
And people appreciate that from the beginning. I was just like, look, I'm just going to be me. Some people won't like that. They'll be like, oh, he's not street enough. He's not what. I was like, cool. If that's what you want, there's plenty of street artists you can listen to. If you want that gangbanging stuff, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to keep it positive. I'm going to keep it uplifting, motivational. And that's what I do in my music. It's what I do in my general content. And so that's how it started. I actually sold 3,000 copies of my first album independently while, it's going
Pretty
out
damn
there.
good.
Yeah,
Nice.
thank you.
It's
Just
really,
going,
there's
yourself.
major artists that can't do that.
Yeah.
By yourself.
by myself. Yeah, just out the back, hand to hand. And then I started, that's how it built up. Started doing live shows, building up my name around the UK, primarily with real world activities. In 2014 to 2018, I was doing pop-up shops all in different shopping malls around the UK, selling my merch, selling my t-shirts, CDs, stuff like that. And then in 2019, stuff started shifting more online. I had that video go viral. I started my podcast. I put out my book, all of that. And 2019 was a huge tipping point. So to give you an idea, at the beginning of 2019, I had 15,000 Twitter followers and I think about 10K on Instagram. Today, I'm going to hit 500,000 on Twitter probably next week. And
Congrats.
200K on
200K on Instagram.
Today on the live
Today.
stream.
Today on the
Guys,
live stream. Yeah.
Go follow Zuby on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yes.
Zuby Music, man. Help me get a 200K live on air.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. My favorite song from you is "Devil May Cry." My favorite.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, that's
Thank
one
you. Thank you.
of my top favorites.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fire, man.
That's a good song.
Like the game.
I was listening to that earlier too.
Yeah. It's after
Um,
the game. Yeah.
Anything here, Chris?
Yep, we got some.
Okay, I'll read some of these real fast. Nobunaga Black, please clip this part of his list and post it afterwards. I got kicked out of the grocery store yesterday for no mask, although I'm vaccinated. Yeah, bro.
Stupid.
People are
Dude.
stupid. Nick Page, I live in a prison colony. Breaks your heart seeing how miserable children look wearing masks. Thanks for talking about this. Small businesses are being destroyed here. Gyms are closed. Can't even train properly, bro.
Yeah, man.
Is he in
are you in
Australia?
Canada?
No, probably Australia.
Oh,
from
yeah,
what he
yeah,
said.
yeah. Australia
Sounds like
still has-
Australia,
You know the Canadian. One of my friends, she was telling me they just opened up the Canadian border two days ago.
Oh, for real?
Fucking crazy, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Biogen
you got-
y'all
you-
coming here.
You guys know I wasn't able to fly here from the UK, yeah?
Oh, really?
You know they put in the travel ban March 2020. It's still in place.
So,
Oh, wow.
I was in Istanbul for 2 weeks. I had to go to Istanbul for 2 weeks before I could come to the US.
wow.
So
Oh,
you can't fly from the UK or the whole Schengen area to the USA for more than a year now.
Are you gonna get because I know the Canadians, they're finding them like 20 bans when they get back if they're not if they don't have two vaccinations. Is the UK have strict rules like that?
Not like that, not yet anyway. But
Okay.
I saw the ship sinking, and I was like, I remember I called my parents, like this must have been like in March or something, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Like I can see what's coming down the pipeline. All this stuff, all this vaccine passport nonsense, all this stuff. I saw it all coming.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to warn people about it last year. They're calling me a conspiracy theorist. And I was like, you know what? I can't save everybody. I've been shouting at you people since like April 2020, telling you, trying to wake people up. I've woken up a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm in a position where I can get out of here and I can be location independent. So I'm not going to sit around and see how bad it gets. So
Some people choose to wake up and others choose to hit snooze, man, and they go to work late. So
He reminds me of the Black Andrew Tate, man.
there you go. And that's actually how I found him. I found you through an interview with Andrew Tate. I was like, oh, this
Okay.
is an awesome conversation because obviously you guys have very, very similar views.
Yeah.
And you grew up in a Muslim country, and Tate has and I'm Muslim myself, and Tate grew up in Luton, England, which is a huge
my birthplace.
that's your birthplace?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Huge
Yeah.
huge Muslim population there. So I mean, Islam does solve a lot of modern day problems. But it was a very good conversation. It was a great
Thanks, man.
podcast.
Thank
That's
you.
actually how I found you.
Awesome.
Shout out to our boy Andrew Tate. He's gonna be back here in November, by the way, guys, because a lot of you guys want him back. Don't worry. I was talking with him like a week or two ago. He's coming back in November.
Sick.
Biogen X2B. Best quote from my old boss son. Wearing a mask to walk 10 feet to your table just to take it off is like having a peeing section in a swimming pool. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Yamato Coaching. You guys in Rolo gave me a masculine awakening and spiritual leverage to strive for excellence. By the way, I'm currently writing a movie, RP movie, because of the awakening.
Nice,
Thank you.
man.
Do what you got to do. Sick guitarist. Hire Zuby for your open female bodyguard position.
It's the joke. It's the joke that keeps giving, man.
We keep bringing on these chicks that don't want to leave, man.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny shit. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
next question.
So I gotta know, man.
Oh, go.
Yo.
How did you get on Joe Rogan? Because obviously, you know, you're in the UK.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Yeah, we want to know.
Shout out to Joe Rogan,
Yeah,
man.
shout out
Joe,
to
Joe, Joe's
Yeah.
a great guy.
Mhm.
He discovered me off that deadlift video. So several weeks after I posted it,
Mm.
he I woke up one morning and my phone was going ham. Like my phone was going crazy. Looking WhatsApp, people, Joe Rogan just mentioned you. Joe Rogan. I'm like, wait, what? And then everyone's saying, oh, Joe Rogan mentioned you on his most recent podcast episode. I go on Twitter. I actually got a DM from him. He's following me on Twitter now, and he's DM'd me, and he's saying like,
That's
dude,
how I hit up Hotep too.
he was like, dude,
Yeah.
I saw that video you posted. That was crazy. And then I found the interview. It was one with Brian Callen. And so they pulled that up and they're just talking about me. And he followed me live on air, gave me a big shout out. And a lot of people discovered me at this point. That's, you know, I ended up with interviews with Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, BBC, Sky News, Fox News, all over the place. Everyone wanted to talk about this deadlift video. But then off the back of that, people go viral all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I say this, right? People go viral all the time. Sorry, tweets go viral all the time, let me say. But I went viral, right? Because that was the gateway. But then people were like, oh, wait, this guy's interesting. This isn't just like one funny 9-second tweet.
A one-off.
This is a guy who's like, oh, cool. He's a rapper. He's a podcaster. He's into fitness. Oh, he went to Oxford. He's smart. He's articulate. So this is a guy we want to talk to.
No one-hit wonder.
No. So after that, since then, it's just been like the snowballs just kept going. Like I posted that video February 2019, you know, 2.5 years ago now. And stuff is still going and growing, getting bigger and bigger. What was interesting is that up until that point, the majority of my audience was always in the UK. And then 2019, like USA just embraced me, man. Like we love this guy.
All the first world countries are dealing with the same BS, man.
Yeah,
Same here. We got a bunch of guys from all over the place watching our stuff. And I'll say this because people might hate, oh, Zuby, you just got lucky because you got viral. No, luck, sir, is preparation meeting opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to hold it because I can't tell you how many people like go viral and then no one remembers them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's you get their attention, but can you keep it? So, no, fantastic.
Do you know what's funny about that point you just made as well? Is if someone thinks it's easy, you go in and lift that weight.
Done.
Exactly. Right. Go pull that weight if you think it's easy.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything else, Chris?
Yeah, we have. Let's see. Right here.
Okay, sick guitar. Oh, Zuby thought himself French and Spanish, very intelligent man, mad respect. Absolutely, man. This is a high, and that's from the general Canadian $20. This is a very high IQ conversation. So what was it like being on the podcast with Joe?
It was dope, man. It was a little bit surreal because I've been watching and listening to his show for years, and I was like, oh, I'm in the room, just like you do. I mean, I watch your podcast, and I'm like, I came in here, I was like, oh, this is the spot, right? You're used to seeing it on a little screen, or on a laptop, and I was like, oh, cool, like I'm actually here, and oh, cool, like there's Joe Rogan, there's Jamie.
It's an honor that you would even mention us in that same realm, man.
No, for real, man. I said I love what you guys are doing, man. So it was a little bit surreal, but it also felt very familiar, and I felt like, you know, if I already felt like I knew him, just like I'd never met you guys physically until today,
right?
But I assume like I kind of felt like I already knew you in some way. So it was the same with Joe. So it didn't feel like weird. It was just like, okay,
this
cool.
mindset
Like, I'm
is
here.
extremely rare. So when you meet people that have that same mindset, it's like you can finish each other's sentences. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's because very few people think like this outside of the box. Like you said in your list, most people just conform to what the majority wants or what the majority thinks. Sorry. So
and you know, I think in this time, it's like, I'm sure you guys see this. So many people are afraid.
Yeah,
people are living in fear and have been living in fear for many years. People are afraid to say that they voted for Trump or they voted for Brexit or to talk about this whole scamdemic situation, right? People know it's nonsense. People know the emperor has no clothes. The whole trans thing that blew up. Why did it blow up? Because everyone knows it's nonsense. But no one has the balls, pardon the pun,
Nice Nice point.
That's pretty good.
No one has the balls to just be like, look, this is stupid. Like, well, your man is not a man's not a woman. A woman's not a man. Having men competing in women's sports is stupid. It's not fair. But no one wants to say that. Everyone's trying to be all PC and skirt around it. And I was just like, bang, I'll show you why it's stupid.
Right.
And so that's why it blew up. I'll tell you something. When I was doing some of the like corporate media, you know, the BBC and stuff, right? Behind the scenes, off air, the amount of people I had who were like, thank you. Finally, someone just like blew the lid, especially women, because it's women it affects, right? So women were just like, so, you know,
they lose scholarships and money.
Yes. So women were just like, thank you, Zuby, for like, you know, showing people why this is silly.
It's funny because a lot of them are the ones that voted this, you know, craziness into office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they can't say it in public because then they're ridiculed.
It's and that's a big reason why, you know, there's different, like, I think political and social issues that people are very scared to talk about because it opens up a can of worms and damages their reputation. The trans, you
Big
know,
one.
whole situation is a huge one, which you know, put a gleaming light on. And then I would say intersexual dynamics between men and women. Like with us, so many people DM us every day, bro, I've been thinking this for years, but I can't say it. I'll lose my job, blah, blah, blah. Hell, me and Fresh.
Athletes, celebrities.
We have to leave our jobs because
of
this, the way of thinking like this. So, you know, so numbers don't lie, right? So like if you got a bunch of people watching you and loving you, and like finally someone can say it, it's very obvious there's an issue. It's just that we live in a world now where being politically correct overrides everything. So
and actually you might be shunned from your family, your friends, even your coworkers.
It can happen. It can happen. And you know, I understand people's concerns and fear, but that's how it's gotten so bad. Right? When you're seeing these ludicrous ideas getting so far, people are always like, how did we end up here? The world is going crazy, etc. And I'm like, it's because you let it happen.
We allow it to happen.
You allow it to happen. And I think that's why you guys are growing like crazy. I'm growing. Joe Rogan continues to grow, etc. Because people need those voices who have a certain personality and a certain platform to just be able to say and articulate what other people are thinking. And that always resonates.
Nike put out this commercial. I was looking at it. Someone sent it to me on Instagram, and it's very interesting. Maybe we could get it up for you guys and get a reaction to it, but it covers this topic exactly. But it's just, women want equality until it negatively impacts them, typically, is what I've come to realize, man. And it's if you want equality, it's got to go all the way around, you know. And this is a perfect example. You know, we've seen high school girls in Connecticut, for example, that have lost scholarships because trans boys are competing with them, and you can't fight biology. They're smoking these girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's comical, man. But
I want to see what was the ad you mentioned? Yeah,
it's a Nike ad. I'm Chris, if you go on Telegram, it's there. If you scroll up, it's a Nike ad, and it literally ties perfectly into this. It's more propaganda, to be honest with you.
No copyright,
right? It shouldn't be. No, it's a commercial, so it shouldn't be copyright. And if it does, then it is what it is. We'll just have to cut it out.
Cool.
But okay, so going while Chris pulls that up.
So how is it living in the UK versus the States? Because I know obviously you've been in the UK for some time. How is it versus the States?
The UK and USA they're more different than people realize. I think because we speak the same language, people assume that the UK and USA are actually more similar culturally than they are. I think the UK is more similar to some other European countries than it is to the US. There are a lot of interesting differences. I mean, to start with, people always forget the scale we're talking about. I mean, the USA is pretty much the size of Europe.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, so they're
in a car. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there are individual U.S. states, Alaska, Texas, California, probably a few others that are bigger geographically than the UK. Not population-wise. UK is like 66 million. So I think UK has a bigger population and it's more dense. But we're talking about whole different scales of everything, and the mentalities are also quite different. There are certain overlaps, but there are some real core differences. The demographics of the countries are very different. The USA is much more racially and ethnically diverse than the UK is. I think people get UK misconstrued because they'll just go to London and think like, oh, you know, there's lots of, you know, people from everywhere here. But actually, most of the UK is, you know, very white. I think the black population in the USA is 13%. UK, I think it's like 2%.
Wow!
Maybe it might even be might only be 1%, 1 to 2%.
I did not know it was that low.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's different in a lot of ways. Also, the socio-political aspects are also pretty different. So most people in the USA, at least traditionally, this seems to be shifting, which is causing a bit of a rift. But in the USA, the whole notion is on like negative rights, right? So your rights are inalienable and God-given, or, you know, from natural rights, etc. And the government's job is to protect them and not infringe on them. In the UK and most of Europe, the mentality is that your rights come from the government. So this is why if you go to, so that's why if you go to the UK or Europe, etc., like people don't really understand, like, let alone the you know, people barely understand the First Amendment truly, let alone the Second.
Yeah,
right.
facts.
People think the Second Amendment is psychotic. Like they think it's crazy. They'll see a school shooting happen. You say that's like, just ban the guns, just get rid of them. And most people don't understand that whole independent kind of libertarian, shall we say, mentality.
Instead, I'm going to talk.
No, like that's how it works. Another big difference with the US is and something I love about it, I think one of the best things about the USA is the fact that you guys have way more decentralization because you have 50 states.
Yes.
Right. In the UK, if it goes down, the whole thing goes down.
Yeah.
Right. It's a much more top down. Here, if they start messing up California, they start messing up New York, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Florida.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Texas.
That's what I did.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So you don't.
Joe Rogan did too, actually.
Yes, exactly. So you can stay within your country. And
Move.
you know, or even just, I don't like the weather, whatever. It's like UK, the weather's trash everywhere, right? You can't.
You can't escape. You can't escape.
Them cloudy ass days, bro. Then we wonder, why did the British have to invade everybody, bro? Their weather sucks. They got on that boat. I'm going somewhere else.
I ain't gonna lie.
That Mayflower.
I never get depressed, but that's just depressing for what I've seen.
Yeah, there's worse places too, but you know, but my theory is actually it's because they wanted seasoning and spices. They needed some seasoning. So.
God damn it! I'm tired of this cloudy skies and no spices. This food is so bland.
But let me.
Let's kill some Native Americans.
With all this said, though, I do love the UK. I don't want to I don't want to crap on my own country. But my mentality, and maybe this is from the way I grew up. My mentality tends to vibe more and be more similar to the American mentality.
Yeah.
Even in terms of like entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah.
And all of that, and I think that's why everything I do, from my music to my podcast, it hits more in the USA, and the US actually, to be honest, embraces me more than the UK does. Which is fine. It's a much bigger market, much bigger country. So I've got some amazing fans and supporters in the UK, but in the US, like, I'm more famous here. I'm better known here.
You sound American too. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it's probably a factor.
Yeah, that's
you fit right in.
Yeah. So okay, so this is the commercial that I was talking about, which ties in perfectly to what we were discussing earlier, as far as like, you know, equality and every women like that. Chris, can we pull that up?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is a commercial someone sent me. Let's see here. So this is from Instagram. It's a Nike ad, and as you can see, the main person is a woman that looks very similar to the lady that we kicked off the show yesterday. You know, short haircut, colored. So yeah, let's play it real quick.
It's probably her.
You said colored.
Yeah, no, I mean colored hair is what I mean.
Oh.
Colored hair. I can see how someone misinterpreted. Oh my God! She said she's colored.
Yo, Tory Lanez is in here.
Yeah, the chat is lit tonight. Hey, shout out to Tory Lanez. All right, let's play that, Chris.
Wait 1 second.
Is it acting?
There we go.
That I actually look up. Today I have a presentation on dynasties. But I refuse to talk about the ancient history and drama. That's just the patriarchy. Instead, I'm going to talk about a dynasty that I actually look up to. An all-women dynasty. Women of color. Gay women. Women who fight for social justice.
Chris, it's playing audio, but not
The video's like, no, 1 second. Me add the stream.
It's already hurting me.
Yeah, bro. Just hearing what she's
Like,
saying is like.
Oh yeah, it gets better, guys.
Okay.
It gets better.
Let me play it on another tab.
All right.
Okay.
It's like she's just doing
While
buzzword.
Chris works on that, yeah, just have it buffered up, Chris, please. Okay, but yeah, that commercial is it just goes to show the times, man. It's you guys will see what I'm talking about.
No, that is cringe.
But
that I actually look up.
Okay. You got it?
Today I have a presentation on dynasties. But I refuse to talk about the ancient history and drama. That's just the patriarchy. Instead, I'm going to talk about a dynasty that I actually look up to. An all-women dynasty. Women of color. Gay women. Women who fight for social justice. Women with a jump shot. A dynasty that makes your favorite men's basketball, football, and baseball teams look like amateurs. A dynasty with fire braids. A dynasty with sick style. A dynasty with crazy dimes. A dynasty that makes Alexander the Great look like Alexander the... Okay. The dynasty that's been reigning for the past 25 years. Undefeated since '96. The USA basketball women's national team. 7-time consecutive gold medalist. And most importantly, women that made it possible for girls like me to feel like they can be a part of whatever dynasty they want. The greatest dynasty ever.
All right. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Trash.
My ears are bleeding.
Trash.
What the hell is that? What was that?
Trash. Do you know something that people need to work out is that you don't need to denigrate one group to lift up another. Right? And this is something people have really missed, right? People think, okay, if we want to amplify women or we want to raise up women, we have to tear down men. If we want to like raise up black people, we have to tear down white people, right? People have this whole mentality of everything being zero sum, and it's just unnecessarily divisive and annoying, and I think ultimately counterproductive. And yeah, that was literally they managed to squeeze that all into a minute, which is quite impressive.
Yeah,
so
I just can't believe that that's being pushed.
it doesn't make me want to buy Nike either.
Yeah, because it's like, yo, like real talk, a lot of guys wear Nike.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just
Mostly.
cultivating one audience and saying, you know what, shun the other.
Yeah.
To me, that's bad marketing. But then again, you know, you're pushing an agenda.
It's weird though. They don't seem to care these days though, right? Like
Yeah.
I preferred it when corporations were just capitalistic and greedy,
Mhm.
and like they weren't trying to get involved in all the social justice stuff. And you know, when they're even in Hollywood, when they're making these all-female Ghostbusters and Ocean's 11, right? They're taking things and they're just rehashing it, or they're taking superheroes and they're like, oh, let's make this one gay, or like let's race swap this one. Or I'm just like, dude, just like make a new character or do something. They're always trying to just ram this message down. And I know I'm not the only one who finds it annoying.
Star Wars.
Yeah, they do it in everything now. And it's
Yeah.
like, look, just tell a good story. Like if a character is a woman or a character is like gay or what, people don't care, but they're not gonna like the character, right? What they'll do is they'll make a trash movie with a bunch of women in it, and then like the movie won't fail, and then they're like, oh, it's those misogynists again, right? It's the patriarchy. That's why it's like, no, the movie just sucked, right? It wasn't a good movie. There's tons of movies out there, tons of actresses who people are happy to watch, but if you just start ramming this stuff down people's throats, trying to like educate them all the time, people get annoyed.
Yeah, the problem is that like this is being pushed everywhere. So the agenda is being pushed always in your face. So it's like at some point you kind of think it's real. Like this is the only way to go. So it just kind of sucks.
I'm just gonna, what I'm about to say does not necessarily reflect the people on this panel. This is probably gonna trigger some people, but I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. The reason why Alexander the Great is remembered and not these WNBA players is because these men changed the world. These women have not changed the world. And what I've noticed is that you take a male athlete. Let's look at LeBron James. They're not pushing out propaganda like, oh, LeBron changed the world and you should know him instead of Napoleon and all this other stuff. Men understand hierarchies. You know what I'm saying? Like men don't have the same ridiculous hubris that a lot of women have, where they can sit there and say, well, I'm just as important as a male figure that changed the world because I'm a woman. This is the crazy times that we live in, where women literally have the audacity to compare themselves to men that changed the world for playing a sport. And not only are they playing that sport, let's keep it 1,000. They're playing the sport at a fucking mediocre level. Wait, I'm going to say that again. I don't care. Like, seriously, I'm going to say it one more time for y'all. They're playing the sport at a mediocre fucking level, and they have the gall to compare themselves to men that changed and shaped the world, that created the same conveniences that allowed them to fucking play mediocre sports at their level in the first fucking place.
Damn.
Women do not appreciate the infrastructure that men have created and allowed them to be able to spew bullshit like this. And they sit there and say, we are just as important as world conquerors in the past that shaped the world. No, you're fucking not. Because not even LeBron James, best player in the world, Kobe Bryant, I don't see them making hubris commercials like this. But they would smoke these girls at any time. Only women, a lot of the times, not all, not all, but only ridiculous feminists like this have the audacity to say things like this. And here's the thing. You want to talk about, oh, we compete, we're undefeated, we're a dynasty. Okay, you know what? Suit up. Let's switch the ball to a 29.5, a man-sized basketball. Play against men. Let's see what the fuck happens. Let's play
against boys.
Take the top 5. And see, and that's the funny part. Take the top 5 WNBA players, put them against the top 5 NBA players. What's going to happen? Fucking destroyed. Okay,
can put them against the top high school team.
Put them against, they can't even win against high school boys.
No, and this is no diss. Men and women are different.
We're very different.
Men and women are different, and that's fine.
The women's national soccer team was beat by high school boys. So here's my thing. Even the men that are superior to you in said sport don't have the hubris to say that stupidity. How dare you make comments like that when you can't even compete against those guys and they're better than you and they don't even have the audacity to say that stupid shit. But we live in a clown world now where no one challenges women on stupidity like this.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous that she would even say that. Oh, a dynasty. Fuck out of here. All those girls are trash and they would never even come close. They would get roasted by high school fucking boys. AAU team would destroy them. So I don't care. Clip this, send it to your angry feminist friends. Until you guys compete in male sports and you guys compete with men with one fucking standard, we are not equal. And you guys should not get equal pay. You should not get equal attendance in your arenas. You should not get equality of outcome is a disease. You get equality of opportunity. And guess what? Most of you girls can't compete with guys. So that's why you get paid fucking less. Accept reality.
Don DeMarco. There you go.
Fuck out of here, man. I'm tired of this stupid propaganda.
Do you know what's wild as well, though, is like men and women don't have to compete in everything. Right? Like this is the weirdest thing. I think this is where the whole feminist movement really, I think it jumped the shark in a lot of places, but this whole, I think it undermines women when you are essentially forcing them to compete directly with men and rank them almost as if they are men, right? I don't think that's good for men. I don't think it's good for women. I don't think it's good for society, right? It's like, look, if a woman wants to do that, I thought that's the whole point, right? Like they have the freedom to do that, right? If a woman wants to be, some women are like, oh, I just want to be get married and be a homemaker, right? And you'll have some of these crazy feminist types being like, oh, you know, you're a sellout, or you're almost like letting down the women's team, like you must go in and you must compete, you know. And I've always found it kind of funny that it's, you know, it's servitude to, and somehow shameful to serve your husband, but not to serve your boss who does not give a crap about you. Right? So this is the wild thing, you know. People will say all these, you know, these big corporations, whatever, they're run by men. It's like, yeah, okay, but you'd rather, either way you're still you're still serving a man. So why is it shameful to serve a man who genuinely loves you and wants to take care of you and respects you and whatever, and you can still have your job and all that? But I don't know. There's all sorts of brainwashing that's been going on over the past couple decades.
Again, might trigger some
people.
Go for
it, man. Go for it.
It's unacceptable and quite frankly annoying that women want hard mode benefits while playing the game on easy mode. I'm gonna say that again. I don't give a fuck. It is ridiculous that women want hard mode benefits while playing the game on easy mode. In other words, you're not competing at the highest level, so you're not going to get paid the same salary. You're not going to get the same attendance. And here's the thing. People that watch sports are both men and women. Women don't want to attend your games either, because what do people want to do? When they go to the arena, they want to see the best of human beings competing at the highest level. Unfortunately, women cannot compete for biological reasons, and that's okay. And you know what? I'm all for having women play in their own leagues and everything else like that. But I have a serious problem with them thinking they should get paid the same, with them thinking that they should be treated the same, and with them thinking, oh, I should get all the same accolades as the men. No, you fucking shouldn't, because the men are better. They deserve the compensation that they get because they actually perform better. I'm a big proponent of you get paid what you're worth and what you bring to the table. Your genitalia does not dictate what you deserve. Your performance does. It just so happens that the genitalia that has balls underneath tends to perform better on a balance of probabilities. That's how it is. Y'all want the same accolades? Compete with the fucking men at the highest level.
Dude, it's just economics, man. It's economics. I mean, there are fields where women are paid significantly more than men are, right?
Facts. Porn. No one complains about that,
or even just standard modeling.
Yep.
Standard modeling, right? A female model, like at the same level, is going to get paid far more than a male model, right? And so it's just the market, man. And who cares? Why does everything have to be this competition? Why is it always like, let's take all the men in the country and take all the women in the country, look at all their salaries, average it out, and then like we're like, oh, look at that gap. We need to fix that. I'm like, who cares if there's a gap? Of course there's a gap. Like, people are different, groups are different. If you could run this along any lines. They do it the same with like this obsession with like race, right? They do it as well. You know, white people are on average earn this much and Hispanics earn this much. I'm like, who cares? As long as the playing field is even and people have the opportunities, then who cares? Why are you constantly bean counting and trying to, like, you know, you can't engineer society that way.
Equality of outcome.
You know, and that's
impossible. That they have equality of opportunity.
And equality of outcome is antithetical to freedom.
Boom.
Thank you.
if you give people freedom.
Profound. Can you say that one more? Hold on. Can you say that one more time for the people?
I said equality.
This is a high IQ conversation, guys. So
I said equality of outcome is antithetical to freedom.
Damn.
If you allow people to make free choices, they're not all going to make the same choices, and everyone has different God-given talents. And so even within the same family, raised under the same roof with the same parents, you're going to have different outcomes. You're going to all do different things. I'm a rapper and a podcaster. My brother is a doctor. My other brother works in PR. My sister is an investment banker. My other sister works for an NGO.
wait, Zuby, are you saying that people need to be accountable for their choices?
Yeah.
How dare you,
And that's
Zuby.
fine. Like, that's the whole point, is you have the freedom of choice. If a woman wants to be a CEO or start a company or she can do it. If she just wants to work at, a dude can be a freaking house husband if he wants to be. Like, people can do what they want, but men and women are different. And so
Zuby, I'm triggered.
How dare you?
so look, people are going to make different choices, and it's fine. It's fine. This is the thing. And people are so selective with it as well, right? Have you ever heard anyone complaining that, we need more female lumberjacks and crab fishers and electricians and plumbers and garbage men and people working on buildings, doing construction? No, right? But you'll hear we need more female CEOs and executives and maybe musicians, maybe even podcast, right? Stuff that's comfortable, air conditioned, etc. So that's how I know people are not serious about this, right? Or people will do the same with racial disparities. No one would look at the NBA and go, "Oh, the NBA is racist against white people and Jews." NBA is anti-Semitic. Why don't they have more Jewish players? You'd look like a clown. But then people will do it with other things, and they'll say, "Oh, there aren't enough black people in X, so this must be racism, right? Why aren't there more black cyclists? Cycling is racist." I'm like, dude, stop. Like, stop. If a black guy wants to cycle, he can cycle, right? If he wants to swim, he can swim. Like, there aren't many black professional swimmers, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. And there aren't that many Jewish NBA players.
Yeah.
And there aren't that many, like, it's just what it is. People are different, and it's okay. I don't know why in the modern West, people are always obsessed with this equality of outcome thing of like, we need to get like the percentages here. We need 50-50 gender split. And then we need like 10% this and 15% that. It's stupid.
What's that soccer player's name? She's like one of the biggest advocate that like women should get paid the same as
Megan
men.
Rapinoe?
Yeah, there we go. And she recently, like, shout out to our boy Tim Cast. He covered this. She kneeled during the anthem a little bit ago. I think it was a couple of days ago, last week, something like that, at a game. And Subway, she was in a Subway ad, and all the franchisees want her pulled. They want her pulled off as a person because they're losing sales, they're losing money. And this whole go woke situation is making people definitely go broke because number one, she already like kind of, we should get paid the same as the guy soccer players. I'm like, okay, whatever. You're already on some clown world shit with that. But then to like kneel, right, during the anthem, right, for the country that has afforded you the privilege and the rights that you have and you enjoy as a woman in the West is ridiculous because no other, more offense. What I'm about to say is it does not reflect the people in the panel or the people in the room. If I was to pick one demographic of human being in the United States that has probably the best opportunities and situations, it's Caucasian women. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you're not oppressed. What are you talking about? You get all the same rights and privileges that men do, while also still getting the benefit of the doubt from the feminine side. These unspoken benefits and privileges that women get that no one bats an eye about. You get to reap the benefits of both. But we don't talk about that. I'm not getting paid the same as the guys.
Do you know what it is? It's certain people simultaneously want equal treatment and special treatment. And these things are antithetical. Yeah. Right? If you want special treatment, then you have to accept you're not going to get equal treatment by definition. If you want to be treated equally, truly equally, I think a lot of people actually don't want that, because when you start treating people like truly equally, like if you start treating a woman the same way you treat a dude or talking to them the same, like they don't tend to like it.
They can't take it. They can't take it.
Right? They don't tend to like it.
I got an example.
Yeah.
Yesterday, when I was kicking out this annoying bimbo that was disrespecting the podcast, what was her first immediate response? Y'all ain't even gentlemen. You didn't pull the chairs out for us, blah, blah, blah. And I told her no.
Dead.
I said, you get treated like a lady if you act like one. But let's keep it a stack. They want to be treated as an equal, right? Don't look at me less. Okay, if I'm going to treat you as an equal, that means you ain't going to get no lady treatment. But then as soon as I start putting my foot down, hey, you got to get out. Oh my God, you're not treating me like a lady. No, you have to earn being treated like a lady. And I've said it before on this podcast. Since women are liberated, good. You've liberated yourself from chivalry too. You're not going to get both sides of the coin. If you want equality, you're not going to get treated like a lady. If you want to get treated like a lady, then you're not going to be equal. What do you want to do? Oh shit! Well, can I have my cake and eat it too? Nope.
Stupid. Yo, you know what's funny? Women want to be men so bad, right? And then when they finally get that treatment that they want, they can't really handle it, and they're never really happy.
And also, a lot of women don't want that, right?
True.
The thing with the whole feminism doesn't represent women.
It doesn't.
Right?
True, man.
Feminism doesn't represent women. It
Right.
represents feminists, and most women are not feminists. So there's this notion. There's this thing that's been going on a long time. You see it in all sorts of areas where people are speaking on behalf of others without people wanting that. It's like, well, who voted for you, right? When you get someone who's I'm speaking on behalf of Black Americans. It's like, who 40 million people, like, who elected
You.
this person, right? Like, who said that this guy, there's like 10 guys who go on TV and they represent Black America. And I'm like, what? Like, there's 40 million Black Americans. Like, how can one guy be like, I'm the voice of, it's wild. And women will, these feminist types will do it too. They claim you're speaking for women. And it's like, no, because I speak to a lot of women and they disagree with you on half of what you're saying.
As soon as they say as a woman, everything that comes after that is going to be
stupid.
Like, you've already lost. You've already lost, because now I already know what's about to come out of your mouth is going to be not objective. It's going to be based off of your perception and not reality.
Yeah.
And we live in this crazy ass world nowadays where everyone thinks that, everyone has a truth and their truth is valid. No, it is not, because the truth is objective. Your perception and your appreciation of the truth is relative. It's subjective. You know what I'm saying? But everyone thinks, no, my truth is just as valid as that guy's. No, it's not, because you might not have the same life experiences or situations going on where you can observe and appreciate the truth. But the truth does not change regardless of whether you want to accept it or not. So
Truth is the truth.
Yeah, bro. Anyway.
Super chats real quick.
OG triple cap Myron. Zuby is right. As my dad always says, women want
to be more equal.
Yeah. Emphasis on the more.
Sydney
We got our boy Sydney Mixta all the way from Australia. $100. It kills me that dudes will drop triple figure super chats on the late night shows, but don't pay serious respect to people like Zuby and Hotep Jesus spitting real talk with the homies Myron and Fresh. Zuby, I follow Zuby on Twitter, and it's sensational seeing you on Fresh and Fit.
There you go, man.
Absolutely, man. He's highly requested guest. Charles, I'm sorry if I butchered this. Giddu, yeah. Give them that heat. I'm looking to move to Florida. Which city would you recommend for someone looking for a job in tech? Bro, you're better off going to Austin, my friend, if you want a job in tech and not have to pay state income taxes.
There's not many tech companies here in Florida.
There's not. Fresh came from tech, so he knows. Sydney MGTOW, pushing for 50-50 across the board is impossible because men make up the vast majority of the workforce. Affirmative action is nothing but a power play to control men and steal all the best jobs to smash the patriarchy. Ooh. You speak of facts, though, bro, because people that are less qualified get the job sometimes.
Can I also just say, as someone who grew up in Saudi Arabia, that people in the West need to shut up about the patriarchy. Like, if you want to see patriarchy, like, come on. I mean, even Saudi's become far more liberalized since I left. I mean,
yes.
Like, when I was there, like, women were not allowed to drive. Right? I mean, if people want to see, like, in the USA, in the UK, etc., like, you do actually have equality, which is a great thing, by the way. I'm totally in favor of that, of course. But there are countries where rules, laws, literally, like, the laws are coded based on, like, who you are, based on immutable characteristics. Men can do this, women can't do that. People from this country can do this, others can't do that. There's countries where you can't you can't buy property if you're not of a certain ethnicity, or you can't do this or you can't do that. So people in the West, again, need to realize, like, I understand the UK is not perfect, the USA is not perfect, none of these countries are perfect, and they have their problems, but compared to a lot of other places in the world,
damn good.
People are doing pretty well, right? When I hear people saying stupid crap like the USA is the most racist country in the world, I'm like, bro, where have you been?
That's true.
Without fail, they've been nowhere.
Go to Japan.
Without fail, they've been nowhere.
Japan is extremely racist.
Bro, last year, when this whole COVID stuff was kicking off in China, they banned Black people from McDonald's and from shopping centers.
Oh, wow.
They banned Black people. This is 2020.
Hey, Jamal, hey. Get out of here!
Wait, no chicken? No chicken for us?
They had signs in McDonald's saying no
chicken,
no Africans, because they were claiming that Black people were spreading coronavirus.
Wow.
This is in China. Like, this is 2020, right? Like, I'm like, can you imagine that here?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
Bro, but
It's
see,
just
we can
wild.
look at it and laugh. We got three black guys at the table right now, right?
Yeah.
Nigerian, Barbados, Sudan, right? And we're here laughing at it. We ain't crying. Oh my God,
This is so unfair. How could you do this to us?
It's like, bro, like no, like it's comical.
But it's the comparison though. So again, people lack perspective often.
No
Yeah.
fried chicken for you, Jamal.
Nah, I'll be pissed though. I need my fried chicken. I need that chicken, bro.
Yeah, but people need perspective.
If you lie, women buy.
yeah,
This drives the world that caters to feelings of women. Women are wanting independence of men whilst complaining about the difficulty of maintaining said independence. It's reality. Life is tough.
It's very true, man.
Biogen-
Biogen's
$20. M. Rapino is particularly egregious.
egregious.
Oh, egregious. After calculated W's, team earns a high percentage versus M's. They literally had the option to get the M's deal, negotiated for additional benefits instead. Less revenue, higher earn percentage, still not enough.
It's
Okay.
interesting.
And then we got Timmy Bucks, $10. Please come to LA and interview these LA girls.
Oh, bro.
Hey, we had a few of them in the studio actually.
Yeah. We've had LA girls on the show, man. Just there's not much difference between them and Miami girls, bro. To be honest,
Yeah.
I would say, you know what, the difference with the LA girls is your clout matters more than your money.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Shout out to Susie, by the way.
If you're like if I was a broke TikToker with 1 million followers, I'd prefer to be in LA than here.
Facts.
Like money goes further here.
Money
but-
talks here.
Yeah, money talks here, but
Crypt-
fame is better. More
Crypto
important.
Punk, $20. Zuby's been down with the crypto community since the beginning. Hey Zuby, did you and Leia Lepern have a fling?
Oh boy. No, it wasn't a fling. We went out. We went out for 6 months.
Okay, you guys dated. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
So Zuby, where can they find you, man?
Where can people find me? Okay. teamzuby.com is the merchandise and music site. Follow me on all social media, same handle at Zuby Music, ZUBY Music. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Zuby Music. You can follow me there.
And I'm proud to say, on air. I told you in the car, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him to 200K followers on Instagram. It is done. Thank you guys. 200K on air.
200K.
There you go.
Sick.
Yo, Freshandfit team never disappoints, man. Shout out to y'all, man. In
Hey,
the chat
thank you guys so much. For
and on
that, man.
Twitch too.
Yeah, guys. So we're gonna have a late night show.
With some girls and
Girls
Rolo.
are gonna be here in 45 minutes. We're gonna have Rolo and Zuby on the panel.
Yep.
It's gonna be lit.
Oh yeah.
We will find. We're gonna react to some kind of cool topic. I don't know.
We will.
But yeah, guys, please like the video. Go subscribe to UB on all platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Facebook. LOL. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Those are your 3 biggest platforms, right?
Yep. I am on Facebook too.
Okay.
Yep.
There you
And all of his links are going to be below, guys. Give him a follow. This was an excellent conversation. Probably one of our higher IQ conversations.
I barely spoke, so you know it was high IQ. Anyhow, just kidding. All right. Ready?
All right, man. Thank you guys so much, man. We'll catch you guys back here in about an hour and a half.
Yep.
Right? With Chris, right? 10:30?
Yep.
10:30. All right. Later, guys. Peace.